Finally, it is happening. The Knicks are making major changes. According to reports, the Knicks are changing their starting lineup. Mitchell Robinson will be starting, and Josh Hart will come off the bench. I am shocked right now. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications on as well too. If you want to support the channel, the easiest way to do that is to hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. The Knicks are changing their starting lineup. The Knicks starting unit during the postseason is a net negative. That means our most utilized lineup does not have an impact effectively during the postseason. Now, I've said it for a while now. The way to change that is to change the starting lineup. But honestly, I never believed it would happen. But it turns out if you lose back-to-back games in the playoffs, change is inevitable. Shout out to NBA Insider with SNY, Ian Bagley, and CP the franchise of Knicks Fan TV for giving us the following information here. According to them, hearing the Game 3 lineup change is being strongly considered by the Knicks, and that change is to move Mitchell Robinson to the starting lineup and have Josh Hart come off the bench. My guy CP the franchise said earlier that the Knicks were strongly considering a change ahead of Game 3. The Knicks starting lineup is a -50 in the postseason and a -29 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Indiana has a 2-0 series lead and will host the Knicks today at 8 p.m. Based on where things stand currently, Robinson will be starting in that game. This is the move I wanted them to make, and I am so happy they are making this change. Mitchell Robinson is a monster, and every time he comes in for Karl-Anthony Towns in the first quarter, you can see his impact. You can see his dominance, not only on the boards, but blocking shots, putting that fear in penetrators, and making sure the Pacers don't get easy buckets inside. Exactly what the Knicks need. But if you pair it with Karl-Anthony Towns, then you get a big who can stretch the floor, shoot threes, and drive inside as well too. It unlocks Karl-Anthony Towns' inside-outside game a lot more, playing him with another big. And if you're not going to play Precious Achiuwa and you're really only going to play 7 players, then you need to make this change. And for the bench, they get a significant boost. You get Josh Hart, another facilitator, one-man fast break, another player off the bench that you can look to for scoring, passing, rebounding, all of that stuff. Now, one question you might be asking yourself is Josh Hart upset about losing his starting position? Well, after Game 2, he spoke to SNY and Ian Bagley, and during that interview, he even stated himself, Mitchell Robinson is a monster. He's a beast, and the Knicks need to find more ways to get him more involved, to get him playing more minutes. Now, I don't think he meant losing his starting position. However, if that means Mitchell Robinson plays more minutes, if that means the Knicks have a better chance to win, Josh Hart, he is not going to have a problem with it. He is going to be fine with this change. If anything, he might want this change as well too. It takes a little bit of pressure on him as a starter. It allows him to do everything we know he can do off the bench, and it gives the Knicks a stronger starting unit against the Indiana Pacers. Mitchell Robinson and his presence, we need that from the start of the game. Another change that might happen because of the starting lineup change is a closing lineup change. If Robinson is starting the game, it's likely Robinson will close the game. Now, some people are concerned with free throws. Indiana did not go to hack-a-Mitch for a very long time. They're not going to openly put themselves in the bonus. Many teams are not going to do that. A lot of teams are not like the Boston Celtics and Joe Mazzulla to just openly get those fouls. So I think it's safe to play Robinson unless they're going to hack a Mitch. And if they are, do anything else until it gets under 2 minutes and then play Robinson again. But starting with Mitchell Robinson, closing with Mitchell Robinson, it is always the best move because he is the Knicks' best defender. Indiana cannot do anything with him. He is a lob threat, block shots, offensive rebounds, which means second chance opportunities. And if that second chance opportunity is going to Jalen Brunson, almost always the Knicks are converting and they're running the other direction. The Knicks must be able to defend at a higher level, be able to run with the Pacers when they need to, but also play at their own pace. And adding a player like Mitchell Robinson to the starting lineup does all of that. With regards to Josh Hart, I don't know if he's lost his closing lineup spot yet. However, it is in jeopardy because I think Mitchell Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns are likely going to be the two bigs that you need down the stretch closing games. But if Mitchell Robinson or Karl-Anthony Towns in foul trouble, or it's 5 minutes left and they're going to hack a Mitch, then maybe you go to Josh Hart and then under 2 minutes you go back to Mitchell Robinson. It's going to be up to Tom Thibodeau. It's going to need to be a coaching adjustment with the players that we have available. However, it is clear, like I have been saying, during this postseason, Tom Thibodeau has been more open to change. We've seen it in a number of different areas, especially on defense. Instead of drop coverage, we're seeing a lot more switching. And now we're about to see a lineup change, a starting lineup change. Mitch starting, Hart to the bench. Something that most Knicks fans, including myself, have been asking for months now. And now it's finally happening. Like I said, Tom Thibodeau at times does not make the change you want him to make when you want him to make it. But he does not ignore what works. He does not ignore what he sees. And clearly, Mitchell Robinson on the floor for New York is impactful. So the only thing to do logically is to give him more minutes. And pretty much the only way to give him more minutes is to take away minutes from somebody else, potentially another starter, and give Mitchell Robinson that role. And the Knicks just did that. Switch Josh Hart for Robinson. And another aspect to the bench that a lot of people are not going to talk about is the improved facilitation that you're going to get with Josh Hart. He's not going to be a score first type of player. We all know that. Can he score? Will he score? Of course. But Deuce McBride, he's going to make sure he's open. Cam Payne, he's going to make sure he's open. Whoever he's playing on the floor with, he's going to make sure that they are open. And here's one of the changes that we might see for that bench unit. If it's Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson playing together and closing the first, then I think Mikal Bridges is likely going to the bench early, which means he is going to be the first starter subbing with the bench unit, playing with Josh Hart, Cam Payne, and Miles McBride, and whoever else they have out there. And if they do that and they feature Mikal, that could unlock Mikal and keep him aggressive for the entire game. Another change I want New York to make. You see what happens? One change hits something else and causes another change. Hits something else and causes another change. It's all affected together by one significant move. Unbelievable. But this move needs to happen. We are down 2-0 to the Indiana Pacers. We are playing them tonight in Game 3 of the ECF. We cannot continue to do the exact same thing. Play the exact same starting unit that is a net negative in the postseason. A change is needed, and the Knicks are making that change. Tonight, Game 3, Robinson starts, and Josh Hart comes off the bench. What about you guys? What do you think about this change being made by the Knicks, where Robinson starts and Hart comes off the bench? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below, and of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.